How to really take your business to the next level if you are thinking about scaling and if you know enough information to relay that to other people that can improve your business. It's actually not as easy as you think, and I'm here to share with you kind of my strategies and past experience from the past half a year when I have been outsourcing and all the struggles I went through to really expedite your process. So if you want to hear my tips and tricks, then let's go. Hey, it's Karina. Welcome back to my daily Amazon FBA videos. Today's topic is outsourcing and really helping your business scale and go to the next level. For a very, very long time, I was running the business by myself, and I thought that it would be much harder to train an individual to help me out than it would be doing everything by myself. I thought, okay, I can put up an ad, I can try to get someone with experience, and then I can try to train them in supplemental areas. But if they are struggling, I'm going to have to spend hours and hours with them to try to train them the material, and it's going to get frustrating. So I'll just do it myself. But if you have that type of mentality, you are never going to scale. You're never going to get bigger. And I reached a point where I was literally at a standstill because I could not push through the barrier of these daily tasks that I kept on doing over and over again that would take hours of my day, and then by the time I was done with them, I barely had any energy left, or I had very little energy to focus on money producing tasks that would take my business to the next level. So if you are at that point and you feel stuck and you feel like you are doing your Amazon tasks redundantly, or even if you're actually doing any other type of business, then it's time to outsource. And the thing is, you should outsource much sooner than you think you need to outsource. And that was kind of me. The biggest thing stopping me is, one, I've never done it before. I didn't know where to do it, and I didn't know how to go about the process. And I had this fear of, okay, I don't really know how to train somebody to do this correctly, and I feel like it's going to be very time consuming, because I'm not gonna lie, it does take a lot of brain power on certain days to, run this situation, and you feel kind of tired and you don't really want to spend X amount of hours training someone. But I did it. I've been experimenting for quite some time. I've had some successful people that have helped me out, and I've also gone through my fair share of firing people because they just weren't producing the results that I wanted, and it was just a communication barrier. So I wanted to let you know the very important things when you are outsourcing, what to look for, kind of the way to phrase around your job description. And by the way, if you want the job description that I post when I outsource Amazon for my Amazon business, I'm gonna link it down below. You have to download it, and I'll literally just send it to your email. So when you are outsourcing, you're going to know exactly what to say to kind of trim the fat off of the people that aren't serious about adding value to your business. And it's going to help you a lot, because I've paid for many months of this software that I'll show you where to find really helpful people, and I've gone through my fair share of not the best workers. So I know exactly what to say, what to write, and you can have access to that down below. So the most important thing about hiring a person isn't even necessarily their skills. And also I'll show you where to hire them in a second, and we'll go through a job posting. But the most important factor is really not their skill level. It's their commitment and communication with you, because I have found people to help me out, the employees that had very high skill level, but they just didn't understand my vision. They didn't understand what I was trying to portray to them. And it was basically a feud of back and forth emails, not a feud, but it was back and forth emails of me trying to explain something and them rearranging it. And it would be very frustrating. The whole reason you're doing this is to add value to your business, not to subtract from it. So if there is a very high level of barrier, and I don't just mean a barrier of language if you are hiring from a different country, but I mean a barrier of just understanding the vision and their qualifications and of what they're expected to do and what you are asking for them to do. Because they can have the best skill, but if they don't actually understand what you're trying to get them to do, it's going to get very frustrating. Trust me, I've known, and I try to hold on to these people and try to be nice and re-explain things, but now I've gone through so many employees that I'm just like, yeah. So I'm gonna let you know exactly what to do when you are, setting this up. Of course, skill is important, and you want to make sure that they are doing their job proficiently, but communication and them seeing your vision and knowing exactly what you want them to do is by far the thing that's going to make your life so much easier. So here's the first step. Where do you actually get these employees? How affordable is it? Is it expensive? Are you gonna break the bank? So there's an amazing site, onlinejobs.ph. I'll link it down below, and it has a lot of very, very talented people from the Philippines. You can put up a job posting. It is, I believe it's $69 a month. It's very well worth it. You can keep it for a month and then cancel it within a month. You'll find an employee by a month. And they have a lot of categories for whatever needs you may need for. If you're not an Amazon FBA, if you're like, you know, doing video editing, such as for this channel, or if you have a Shopify business and you need someone to fulfill your orders, or another type of business that you need someone to answer customer service replies, or just simple business directions or address, this is very, very great. It's not a task you want to be doing yourself, so you want to outsource these things. And even with Amazon FBA, if you are, you know, starting to get slightly more advanced, let's say you've learned the business model and now you need someone to kind of maintain parts of your account, starting with customer service to even product research. I know a lot of people say don't outsource product research, but those people just don't know how to hire correctly, or they don't know how to train people correctly, or they don't have enough information for themselves to do it correctly to relay it onto another person that can do it for you. Because if you're really scaling, we all know that product research takes a very long time. And you do not want to be doing it for the rest of your life. When you are more advanced in the business and you're thinking more of the longevity of your Amazon FBA brand and potentially selling it or starting other accounts and maintaining more difficult aspects of the business model, you don't want to be stuck doing the same like beginner tasks that you did when you first start Amazon, say like a year later. That means you're not really progressing. So you always want to take it to the next level, and that means getting help. So when you know how to do it correctly and you've shown success within this aspect, whatever you want to outsource, then you can start looking for employees. If you don't know how to do a task, if you don't know how to do product research, if you don't know how to do PPC, please do not outsource. Do not. No matter how qualified the person is, if they're really qualified for this, they will be charging a lot more. And it's not going to be worth it to you, because if you're at the stage when you don't know how to do it correctly, that means your business is not making enough money for you to even outsource this. But when you're seeing returns, when you know what to look for, then you can outsource those tasks, because then you could be asking the employee if they are doing something incorrectly. You know exactly what they're doing that's incorrect, and you can guide them and you can say, hey, let's modify this, let's modify that. And plus, when you're hiring someone, you know that they're actually qualified because you have been through the process. But please do not outsource if you do not know how to do it the first. I get so many messages on my Instagram or comments or whatever asking like, hey, can I get someone on this website to do my listing for me and to run my PPC for me? And I say always no. If you do not know how to do the business model yourself, if you have not seen success with the model, do not hire anyone. You're not ready. Don't do it. Trust me, please don't, because that is a very, very fast way for your business to come crumbling down. But if you're past that stage and you're looking for customer support, or you know how to do it clearly, then you can post a job. And you can do, this is like the easiest and most efficient way, you can outsource from the Philippines, and they have so many talented workers that are very affordable just based on the different expectations of finances in the US versus the Philippines. The finances are very, very different, and the living expenses vary very differently. That's why for us it may seem like it's more affordable, but to them it's actually the standard wage. So if you were to hire someone in the US, it would cost probably triple or 4 times for these tasks as it does in a different country. Plus, you are contributing to their economy and you're giving them great job opportunities and opportunity to grow in your company if that's what you want. So I really enjoy doing this, and I have found so many talented people that have been able to help me out. So here we are on a job post, and so you pay the amount and you fill this out. So the job title could be for whatever you need. So say you need a customer service Amazon FBA representative. So you would put in customer service, Amazon FBA, VA, which means virtual assistant. So type of employment, you can leave it as any. Job description, I'll have a link down below to a template where I filled this out for several things that you may want to outsource in your business, just product research, PPC, just a general account manager, or customer service, or just to help you with any other kind of virtual task that you don't necessarily want to be doing, especially if you are kind of taking your Amazon business to the next level. But take this at your own discretion. Do not outsource if you have not found success in the business model yet with at least one product. Like, trust me, do not take this lightly, okay? So if you want the job description, I'm gonna link it to download. I'll send it to your email. Just go click the link there, and it's going to be very, very beneficial. Even if you're not outsourcing now, make sure to download it, because like I said, I've been through my fair share of trial and error with this, and I know exactly what to look for and what to say in the job description to attract the most high quality employees that actually want to add value to your business and aren't just going to disappear, because I have had people that literally disappear. Okay, then the wage and salary, usually for the Philippines, a good starting wage is $3. And again, this depends on the experience. If you are looking for someone that is more customer service or doing easy tasks that don't require as much thinking, it's usually around $3. But if you are looking for someone with more experience in Amazon FBA, such as product research or really working with other Amazon sellers for quite an extended period of time, PPC management, account management, things like that, it is going to be more expensive. It's going to go up to about $4 to $5 an hour. But again, you really want to make sure you know how this business model works and actually implemented it yourself to begin hiring, because you're going to end up paying somebody that might not be qualified. And I'm going to explain to you in a second how to screen through these employees if you don't have success yourself, right? You want to know that they know what they're doing, okay? Your email, you want to leave it as whatever email you have right here, and contact person, your name, okay? Then right here is going to have you select job skills. So they have different things. So what you can actually do, the best way I found is to attract the Amazon FBA virtual assistants. One is in advertising, and right here they have something that says Amazon product ads. Now this could mean PPC, this could mean anything, but the fact that it has Amazon in the description is going to attract people that have knowledge in Amazon. The next best category to pick is office and admin, and you can pick there is research right here. This is a great one. So this is somebody, it's not necessarily going to attract the Amazon buzzword, but it is going to attract somebody that has experience in research, and that's more conceptual thinking of, you know, if you're sourcing product or doing some other type of research for you, and you can just kind of play around with this. And then another thing you can put is just like admin assistant, which is kind of like a more general virtual assistant. And if you want someone to train to do product research from the ground up, then you can of course just hire someone for $3 that has no experience and then train them up from there, or you can get someone that does have experience and then kind of supplement that. But again, you don't want to do this unless you have experience in the business model, mark my words. So you're gonna submit this and you're gonna wait, you're gonna get applicants. So what do you do from there? Do not just hire anyone based off solely their resume, solely anything. And this is a really great way to save you time, because you will get a lot of applicants, especially depending on what kind of field or section you go into for this. But what you want to do is, of course, read through the resume. You're going to eliminate already like 75% of people, or even 85% of people that just don't match your job description. And that what you want to do from there is give them sample tasks. Don't ever hire someone just based off of an interview. Give them a sample of tasks to do. If it's product research, tell them this is what I expect from product research. Give me this information. And don't make the sample task something that requires a week. Do it that's something that's going to take a few hours of their time. What I personally like to do, just because I like to invest and to make sure I'm going to attract the highest quality people, is actually say I'm going to pay you for these tasks. Now at this point, I've already filtered through away 80% of the people that don't meet any of the requirements at all, and now I'm just down to 20% of people that look credible based off of their resume and based off of their job experience. So I will say to them, I'm going to give you paid tasks at a starting rate of, let's say, $3 to $4 an hour, just like the basic standard minimum wage rate, and then see what results they produce. If they produce great results, then you know that to take them to the next level, and from there you can interview them. But a lot of the times people sound great in their resume, everything looks great on paper, but they're just not in line with what you're looking for, and they're just not providing you the results that you need to help your business grow. And the only way to weed that out is by giving them sample tasks. Like I said, you can give them a few quick tasks that take like an hour to 2 hours and not pay them, but the tasks I like to give them is usually it's something that requires a full day of work just because I really want to test out their credibility. And I give this to say I have 5 applicants that all look really solid. I give those sample tasks to all 5 of them, and I pay all 5 of them based on the hours that they put in. And then I see the results that they provide. And if it's not in line with what I want, then I say thank you and I move on. If it is in line with what I want, then I will schedule a Zoom interview with them, which is face-to-face. It's personal, that I ask them about their life, their experience, and I really get a sense of their direction, what they're looking for, and their growth within the company, because I want to make sure that I'm hiring someone, especially if I'm going to be putting an effort into training them, that's actually going to not randomly disappear. Communication is very important. So before even giving them the sample task, if I'm communicating with them and if they take too long to respond, or they don't answer in complete sentences, or they don't answer all my questions, or if it looks like they're generally answering something, then I kind of end the application process right then and there. And when I do put up the job description, which I will link down below, I make sure to ask them very specific questions. And if they don't answer those questions, if they send me like a general application, then I know they're also not serious, that they're just submitting it left and right. But there have been times where a good handful of people submit very detailed responses to the questions I ask, and then those people tend to be the people that I hire because they're just so diligent in their answering, and I know there won't be a communication issue. So when you are interviewing, make sure that they understand the goals of your company and everything you want to do, because that will be very beneficial to your business, and they won't disappear, and you're not going to be in an email battle back and forth trying for them to accomplish the simple tasks that you ask them to do. If you want the template for the job description that I post, that is for several aspects of your Amazon FBA business, I only provide that to my course students, but for you, the link is down below. You can just download it, and all the other links are also down below, such as my Amazon FBA program, my coaching, everything linked down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.